Hi, you guys. So, I am going to teach you guys how to use index cards as either tarot cards or oracle cards. This is pretty simple. All you will need is just index cards and a marker. Okay, so hi, my name is Rosemary Springs. I am going to just be coming here to just teach you guys how to do this real quickly. And I'm pretty excited because this could be hard, but at the same time, this can also be easy as well. So, for instance, let's start off with, um, let's start off with the tarot cards as the oracle cards. So, for instance, tarot cards, I'm going to pick the world card. So, basically, I would write down the world, to represent the world card. And let me show you the world card in tarot. And let me show you it from the traditional viewpoint. Not really traditional, kind of. So this is the world card in the traditional deck. Um, and so what I would do is just basically write down the word world to represent the card. I am also going to write down the number of the card, and I think the number is 21. So if that's the number, then that's the number. I also write down Saturn because Saturn represents the world. I'm also going to write down the Egyptians or any small meaning about the card. So I wrote down the Egyptian, Greek, and Roman gods and goddesses to represent the card as well. And the last thing that I will have to write down is the rune for that individual card. So this is the rune for the world, and that will be it. You can also just write down the word world and just label it as that and just use your own intuition. But this is another way of doing this. The reason why it's good to do this is because of the fact that you can use these as index cards. You can use these as study cards for yourself. You can also use these as oracle cards, like what this is basically showing you. You can also use these as tarot cards. So if you don't have your original deck, if you can't afford an actual physical copy of a deck, okay, of a tarot deck, then you can always make your own cards. And honestly, tarot readers do this all the time, so this is not anything new to us, but it is good to show you guys what the possibilities can be. Okay, so that is the example of the tarot cards. Another example can be for oracle cards. So oracle cards are basically just anything that you pretty much want. You can pretty much freelance the whole entire situation. I have made my own particular deck that I'm starting to make here. So I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek. And this is an example of an oracle card. So I basically draw a picture on the card and then label the card a particular name. Okay. So that can be an example of an oracle card. All right. Like, for instance, this is a lady here. She could be waiting for some type of possibility to happen here, some type of change to come in between, the next couple of weeks here. This can also be her just being in melancholy, okay? This can also be her just being in the Two of Wands energy where she's just relaxing and enjoying her time with her or her particular spouse, okay? So, yeah. Um or you can write a particular word, like for instance, I wrote down double life, and that can be that particular word for your oracle card here. So someone's living a double life. So you already know that immediately. Someone's living a double life here. Someone's wearing a mask here. Someone's pretending to be someone that they're not, and they do this on the regular. This is a habit. Okay, this is their life, a double life. So that can be an example of an oracle card. Okay, so this would just be word oracle card. The first oracle card that I showed you was drawing oracle cards. Okay, the next card I have is mature. So again, here is another example showing you that this is like word oracle. All right, what I've done over the years is take my oracle cards to an advantage here. Instead of having to buy 1,001 decks, you can literally use these index cards and double up the words, double up the meaning. So I'm going to show you an example of how I've used these oracle cards for so long in all these years of me being a tarot reader here. So this is an example here. Literally, I started off with this word here, and then it just traveled on to other words. And basically, how you will do this method is the first thing that you see pop out is the first thing that is the card telling you. And I do it this way because of the fact that it's intermediate, so it's literally hard. All right, so someone can't really like immediately pick something immediately, and but if you continuously do it and you're doing a reading regarding that, then it's like it gets easier. And then I also have no and yes on each particular like corner of the cards as well, to represent if someone's asking a question. So if someone's asking a yes or no question, that is an easy way for you to pick out your answer. I've noticed that that your thumb is literally your pointer finger. So whatever your thumb touches when you do like shuffle the deck, and you pick a thing, so your thumb is like whatever your thumb is close to or whatever your thumb is touching, that is the answer. So the answer would be like no, the answer would be like yes. Okay. I also add a whole bunch of pictures to the oracle cards as well, so you can definitely add a whole bunch of clip-ins from magazines, you know um oracle card guideline books. You can literally like paste the guidelines and whatever into it. That one in particular was named companion. You can take coloring books here and you can cut them out individually, and that will be your oracle card as well. So there is definitely plenty of ways to use this, and I wanted to show you guys this way because of the fact that I literally look up this kind of stuff and I don't see anyone talking about it. So it's like I might as well give you guys some pointers here so you guys can advance your situation here. Also, you can color code the situation as well. So, for example, all my pink cards are related to love. Um, I am a psychic medium, so I do speak to the living and the dead. So, all my green cards are related to the living and the dead. So, that's family. And then I also have orange cards as well. So those orange cards can be related to career and business. I always put them into the same like deck because it just doesn't make any sense to separate them. All right. Some of these cards you can like put runes on them and then have the small little meaning of underneath. That way you can know like what you would want your rune to be. But the one card, the one word type of cards are basically the ones that you would normally film and show the camera. Okay, people like to look at these cards. I don't know why. I think it's because of the fact that it's like a little bit more different from the oracles or the tarot. Like people like understand words. So if someone's showing you some words, like for example, Texas, it's like, okay, you're going to pay attention to that. But if someone shows you this, then it's going to be a little bit more harder for someone to pay attention to because of the fact that they know Texas, you know, more than they would know the world card. Like I would literally have to know the card in order to like understand it, which is why it's easier to just write down words and then just show the people, show the audience. For people like me who have ADHD and would need like stuff like that, it's like I'm easier to pay attention when I see words compared to cards. I don't know. That's just me. I also have cut out a lot of magazine pages. So there's a lot of magazine pictures in here. This is another way that you can use your Oracle thing. So if you, again, can't afford index cards or whatever, or you just want to spice up your look here, you can always use magazine um, pages and just cut them out down to size. That's what I've done, which is pretty cool because it gives you a different look and a viewpoint on things. Like, what it gives you definitely a broader idea of whatever you're like thinking about, especially when it dealing with like people, because of the fact that you can now tell like who you're talking to, like what they're doing, where they're living. Like, okay, you have on a coat, so you must be living in a colder climate for you to need the coat. You know what I mean? Or it's cold outside. Or it could be winter. That can also give you a symbolism of winter. Like you see all these coats, like that can give you a symbolism of winter. So that is another example. And if you can't afford index cards, I have also another example. All the extra paper that you have around your room, you can literally tear them down to size and use them. So you don't really need index cards. You don't really need oracle cards. You don't need tarot cards. You can literally just use random papers. Random papers, literally. So yeah, that is the end of this. I have a deck for animals. I have a deck for numbers. I have a deck for like what is it? Manifestation, affirmations. That's another thing that you can do as well to change up the look. You can write down a whole bunch of like affirmations, and then you can put them in like a bottle or whatever, and then you can pull from the bottle. And then this can be another way that you can like show people here the index cards that you're making, right? So this affirmation says, I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. So that can be another way that you can use the index cards, the oracle cards, because literally it's an oracle. I would say like put this on like a smaller, like rip up the pages a little bit more smaller if you're going to do this method here, so you can be able to shake it and then pull out, you know, so it can be a little bit more different. Another thing that you can do is have the smaller papers, like I was saying. And this is manifestations. So you can still use the same oracle deck and have the manifestations in there and do it this way and pull it out for your clients as well or yourself. Okay, so then you will have like a one a day like oracle card, you know. I'm just going to show you one. I don't know what it's going to say. Someone's going to get flowers sent to them every Sunday. It says, get flowers sent to me every Sunday. I like this method because this method feels as though like it's like fortune cookies, if that makes any sense. Like, this is the fortune cookie. And all I did was just take an ornament ball and then empty like salt and pepper container and just use that. It worked. So yeah, that is the end of the reading. Hopefully you guys enjoy your day. Leave these negative energies alone so you can go towards your positivity. If you have any more questions, if you guys want me to do any more other how-tos, then let me know and I will definitely be well available to help you, teach you, and give you more insight on what you should know and what you should learn. Okay, enjoy your day. Be safe, stay protected. Bye.